What's going on, everybody? Josh Engleman for Awesemo.com, and I am back with my NBA DFS contenders on DraftKings for Thursday, February 3rd. Now be sure to hit that like button, subscribe to the channel, and hit the notification bell so you know when everything goes live. Follow me on Twitter, at Josh Engleman. Let me know in the comments section who your favorite plays are for today's slate. And finally, shout out to PrizePicks, the presenting sponsor of this video. Go to Awesemo.com/PrizePicks-promo. Get yourself one free month of Awesemo Plus Platinum, a deposit bonus, more goodies on the website that can help you out. Now, we're rounding out the bottom of my top 10 with Scotty Barnes, Luke Kennard, Otto Porter, Fred VanVleet, and OG Anunoby on the outside looking in. Who will be my favorites? My top 5 plays for today? It is time to find out. First up at number 5, I'm going to Richaun Holmes. He's center eligible, just 5K, projected for 30. The goal is 39.5. He's in the optimal lineup 19% of the time. Holmes in for 28 minutes. He's a little over a fantasy point per minute guy, taking on Golden State. So you're not like super worried about the matchup when there's no Draymond. 12 points, 10.5 boards. So a double-double in just 28 minutes. You might even be able to take a minute away and still get that double-double. So the bonus is there for you. Plus 2 stocks. I just think Holmes is a little underpriced, and I wouldn't be surprised if the minutes went from 28 to like 31 shortly. And 3 extra minutes for Richaun Holmes at this price tag is pretty important. I want to get there. I want to get out in front of that instead of reacting to it. On to our 4th Raptor in the top 10. That would be Gary Trent, shooting guard eligible. Only 6,100, projected for 32. The goal's 45. He's in the optimal lineup 20% of the time. He seems to be the most underpriced of the Raptors. 36 minutes. He's basically a 0.9 fantasy point per minute guy. And it's mostly just points and steals. 20 real points, 3 boards, an assist, probably not a block. 1.6 steals, though. That's a pretty big number just in general. You don't find too many people with steal numbers higher than that. Pace neutral against Chicago. I just like Gary Trent's price. It's 36 minutes. If you told me he played 40, no one's going to be surprised by it. If the game is competitive and Gary Trent is out there, he's going to be scoring. That's what he does. And at 6,100, you don't need as much as you normally do. He's questionable today, but I'm going to him so long as he's playing, and that would be Cade Cunningham, point guard, shooting guard eligible, 7,600, projected for 39. The goal is actually 53, but he's in the optimal lineup 20% of the time. We're talking 33 minutes for Cade, 1.2 fantasy points per minute in this matchup because it's a huge pace up spot against Minnesota. They gain 2.6 possessions over their average. And then you get a little bit of everything from Cade. 18 points, 7 boards, 5 assists, and 2 stocks. Guys that can do a little bit across every single category always interest me because you can get there in so many different ways. He can impact the game in every single individual metric. If the scoring is there, you're definitely getting a big one out of Cade, especially in this matchup. So as long as he's on the floor, we're going to Cade Cunningham. But the real best Raptor is in at number 2. That's Pascal Siakam, and it's because he's got the power forward eligibility. He also gets center. He's only 9K, projected for 47. The goal is 60. He's in the optimal lineup 26% of the time. I'm giving him 39 minutes, 1.2 fantasy points per minute. I think it's a great matchup for Siakam. They don't really have someone that can guard him well. It's certainly not Vooch. 22.5 points, 9 boards, and 5 assists, plus 2 stocks. I highly recommend playing a lot of Raptors. I don't really see how you can avoid them. It's a 6-game slate. If you total up their optimal odds, it gets to 100%, which means you're probably going to need to be accurate with the Raptors. At least one of these guys is going to be in an optimal lineup. I think Pascal Siakam has the best chance at it. Now, before we get to that number 1 contender, one last reminder to hit the like button, subscribe to the channel, hit the notification bell so you know when everything goes live. Follow me on Twitter at Josh Engleman. Let me know in the comments section who your favorite plays are. And then go to Awesemo.com/PrizePicks-promo. Get yourself a free month of Awesemo Plus Platinum. And finally, we close it out at number 1. Obviously, that would be center Drew Eubanks, 3,300, projected for 27.5. The goal is 30.5. He's in the optimal lineup 29% of the time. Jakob Poeltl is out with a concussion. Jock Landale is also out, which leaves Drew Eubanks as the only center that normally plays. Who knows what Pop does, though. We'll see if he dusts off Thad Young for this one. But for now, my assumption is that Drew Eubanks starts. I gave him 26 minutes. That feels pretty safe. He might close, he might not close. I don't have a feel for it. He could probably play as low as like 20 minutes, at which point he is still a good value at 3,300. I think he can play upwards of 30 minutes, at which point you probably have to have him today. He's a fantasy point per minute guy. He's projected for almost a double-double, 10 points, 9 boards, 2 stocks. The only scary part here is that Miami's good, and obviously Bam Adebayo is exceptional. It's a pace down spot. We might be getting Kyle Lowry back. We also have DeJounte Murray and Derek White with Q tags. That complicates matters a little bit more. But ultimately, because of the $3,300 price tag, I don't think it matters all that much. Drew Eubanks is your number 1 contender for today. Alrighty, folks, that will do it. Those are my NBA DFS contenders on DraftKings for Thursday, February 3rd. FanDuel version of this video is around here somewhere. Check it out. Good luck tonight, everybody. Win some money. We are back again tomorrow morning for another edition of the Contenders.